Hey guys, it's Tim here again with Green Sparrow Properties and FairHomeOfferKC.com, your place to sell your Kansas City property for cash quickly. So today I want to talk about what the impact of foreclosure is on a family or an individual that is going through the process. It's something we don't really talk about too often. When we talk about home ownership, often it's very exciting. You're buying a new home, new place for your family to live, a new place for you to enjoy. And, it's often seen as a very positive thing. But unfortunately, when people get in tough situations, that positive situation can turn a bit negative, and sometimes quickly. So obviously, there's a few impacts of foreclosure. The first one being, you can lose the home. If you're going through the process, you won't necessarily lose your house, but it is a consequence of the foreclosure. That's kind of why banks go through it, is to get the ownership of the home back to themselves, and the homeowner will then lose their house. So that's the end result of a foreclosure process. If you do go through the foreclosure process, oftentimes your credit will be kind of in the dumps for quite a long time. Usually it's about 7 years. I know there are programs that they can get it back on track a little faster than that, but the point remains, if you go through foreclosure, your credit's going to kind of take a dive for quite a while, and it's going to be hard to get another loan for at least a little while. Another one that people don't often realize is that if there's a lot of homes that do get foreclosed on in a certain neighborhood, it starts to bring down the overall property value. So your home might be worth less and less money if other people in the neighborhood are experiencing a lot of issues. This can happen if an employer in the area that employs a lot of people, maybe a big factory or a big office, suddenly closes their doors or goes out of business. A lot of people can't make their payments. Foreclosures happen pretty abundantly, and the neighborhood property value starts to go down. So there are solutions, though, if you're in that situation. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to lose your home and or ruin your credit. One thing to do is to call your bank. Make sure that you are communicating with them and letting them know where you stand in the process. They may or may not be able to help you, but for a lot of people, they're surprised that just calling and letting them know, hey, I'm looking for a new job. I just lost mine a couple months ago, but I should have one soon. There are ways they can forbear the loan or defer some of the payments for some time to help you get back on track. So make sure that you call your bank and communicate with them to let them know where you're at. And like I said, they may or may not be able to help you, but it's worth a shot. Another option is to talk to a local real estate expert. So our company, Green Sparrow Properties, and Fair Home Offer KC is our website. We specialize in helping homeowners who are going through this situation. If you are considering selling it and you just want to hear our offer, we're happy to speak with you. Give our number a call, and that's going to be on our website at www.fairhomeofferkc.com. There you can fill out a form and let us know your situation, and we will get one of our specialists to get back with you really quickly to discuss your options in saving yourself from this stressful foreclosure process. So anyway, I'll leave it there. If you have any questions, also feel free to reach out on the website. Looking forward to talking with you, and have a great day.